Good morning students. This is 11th standard botany video class. Video 1. In this video, we are going to start the new unit 3, Cell Biology and Biomolecules. Under this unit, we are going to see the chapter 6, Cell, the unit of life. Dear students, in the previous classes, you have studied what is cell, two type of cell, that is prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. And also you have seen structure of microscope. Microscope is an instrument which we can able to see the minute object under microscope. So in this lesson also we are going to see the unit of life, that is cell, how we can able to see the structure of a cell under microscope, and also different types of microscope which is used in the laboratory. Dear students, see the topic microscopy. So microscope is an instrument. It is used to study the cell and subcellular structure. With the help of this microscope only, we can able to study the microscopic organism, so that this instrument is known as microscope. The word microscope consists of two words, there is two Greek words. One is micros, which means small. Scapin, it's said to be to see. That is, micros means small, scope means what is that one? To see. So these are all the two words which is present in the Greek word microscopy. The first compound microscope was invented by the scientist Isaac Lanson. The microscope which works on the lens system, which basically relies on properties of light and the lens, such as reflection to reflect the object, magnification to enlarge the size of the object, and the numerical aperture, that is NA. The common light microscope which is present in the laboratory has many lenses. So this microscope is called compound microscope. This compound microscope transmits visible light from the sources to eye or camera through sample where interaction taken place. That means if you are placing the object under the microscope in the compound microscope, we can able to see the object with the help of the lens near to your eye. It's said to be eye lens or camera. With the help of eye lens only, we can able to see the object which is placed under the microscope. That is said to be microscopy, which was first observed by the scientist. That is, compound microscope was invented by Isaac Lanson. Isaac Lanson is the important one more question. So before going to see the different types of microscope, we have to see the different terms: resolution, numerical aperture, and magnification. First one, resolution of a microscope. It is otherwise known as resolving power or resolution. So the term resolution refers to the capacity or ability of the lenses to show the details of the object which is placed under the microscope. So the object which is placed between the 2 points, that is, one is the eye lens, another one is the object lens. So between the 2 points we are placing the object, the ability of the lenses to show the details of the object. That is said to be resolution. The resolution is the finest detail available from an object. It can be calculated by using the formula resolution equal to 0.61 lambda divided by Na, that is numerical aperture. Lambda is the wavelength of the light and Na is the numerical aperture. So resolution equal to 0.61 lambda by Na. Next one, numerical aperture. So it is an important optical constant associated with the optical lens, denoting the ability to resolve. So it is the important optical constant value associated with the optical lens, denoting or expressing the ability to resolve. Higher the Na value, greater will be the resolving power of the microscope. So that is said to be the numerical aperture. This is a constant value which is related to the optical lens, denoting the ability to the resolving power. Next one, magnification. The optical lens which increase the size of the image is called magnification. It is calculated by the formula size of the image seen with the microscope, size of the image seen with the normal eye. So normal eye, you are unable to see the object because it will be very minute. If you are placing under the microscope, we can able to see a large size of a object. That is said to be magnification. So a distance between the size of the image seen with the microscope divided by size of the image seen with the normal eye, it's said to be magnification. So these three terms which is involved in the different types of microscope. One is the resolution, another one is the numerical aperture, then third one is the magnification. Dear students, see the paragraph. Microscope is the instrument which is used to see the microscopic organism. So it is known as microscope. Microscope is the Greek word, consists of two words. One is the micros, which means small, and the scope, which means to see. First compound microscope was invented by Z. Janssen. Is an important 1 mark question. The microscope works on the lens system, which basically relies on properties of lights and lenses, reflection, magnification, and numerical aperture. A common microscope which consists of many lenses, that microscope is known as compound microscope. So in this compound microscope, the eye lens which are act as a camera which see the objects, the another object lens which magnifying the thing or a object which is present under the optic lens. So this is said to be the compound microscope. Dear students, the microscope which is divided into different types: bright field microscope, dark field microscope, phase contrast microscope, and electron microscope. So out of this, we are going to see only two microscope. One is the bright field microscope and electron microscope. First one, bright field microscope. So with the help of this microscope, we can able to see the different aspects or characteristic features of a cell. This microscope, which allows light to pass through directly on the specimen and will distinguish the image from different portion of the specimen depending upon the contrast from absorption of visible light. So based upon the light, we can able to see the object in a distinguished manner which is placed under the bright light microscope. So depending upon the light rays only we can able to see the object which is placed under the microscope. It's said to be bright light microscope. At the same time, the object which is placed under the microscope is going to be seen in a clear manner by using the staining method of the specimen, which are act as a reagent that react with the cells and tissue components of the objects. So not only the bright light, at the same time the staining procedure of the object is also increase the image structure which is placed under the microscope with a clear position. So that is said to be bright light microscope. The structure of a bright light microscope. So the light rays which pass through the microscope is focused by condenser onto the specimen on a microslide placed upon the adjustable platform called a stage. That means the microscope, they are having a small square shaped plate like structure is known as platform or stage, in which we are placing the object with the microslide, and also this platform is adjustable type. Then we are passed through the light by using the CFL light, that is compact fluorescent lamp or light emitting diode LED light system. This light which is passed through the two lenses, namely objective lens which is closer to the object placed on the stage or platform, and another object, so another lenses near your eye, that is eyepiece. Apart from that, we are using different types of objective lenses. One is 5x, 10x, 45x and 100x. So these are all the different lenses which is placed or which is fixed above the stage or a platform. If we want to show the magnification size of an object, we have to change the lenses. Then only we can able to see the object which is present in the microslide on the platform. So these four objective lenses are rotated and can be fixed at certain point to get required the magnification. And also this bright light microscope worked on the principle is numerical aperture value, that is NA, and its own resolving power. The first magnification of microscope is done by the objective lens, which is called a primary magnification, and the magnification is real and also the image is inverted. The second magnification of microscope is taken place through the eyepiece of a lens called secondary magnification, and the images virtual and also inverted image. So these are all the two magnification which is taken place in the bright field microscope. If it is object lens means that magnification is called primary magnification. The image is real and inverted. The second magnification is taken place through the eyepiece or eye lens. It's called a secondary magnification. Here the image is virtual and also inverted image. So this is the structure and working mechanism of bright field microscope. Dear students, see the diagram. This is the compound microscope or bright field microscope which is present in the laboratory. At the top, the black color rod-like structure is said to be the eyepiece. At the base of the eyepiece, a round shaped disc is there which contains 4 types of lenses which is rotating. Then below the 4 types of lenses, we are having the platform or a stage in which the direct light is passed through the lenses. On top of the platform or a stage only, we are placing the object along with the microslide. So at the base of the platform or a stage, we are having the object lens. So the light which can pass through between the 2 point, which one is 2 point? One is the eye point and one is the object point. That is said to be the bright light microscope mechanism. Dear students, see the diagrammatic representation of bright field microscope. At the top, we are having the eye lens, that is eyepiece. Then through the eye, we are seeing the object with the help of eye lens. Then the initial image, that is primary magnification, which is produced in the objective lenses, real and inverted image, that is known as initial image. At the base, it's said to be the objective lens. The object is placed at the base of the objective lens. It produces the secondary magnification, which is virtual and inverted image. So the final image, initial image is very small. See the final image, it will be very magnification, that is larger in size. So with the help of this field, bright field microscope, we can able to see the object in a larger size. Dear students, see the diagram. This is the object which is placed under the bright field microscope. With the help of the common eye, you are unable to see the object which is placed under the microscope. Once we are placing the object under microscope, we can able to see the object in the larger size. That is said to be magnification. Next one is the electron microscope. Was first introduced by Ernest Ruska in the year 1931. After that, it will be developed by 2 scientists, G. Binning and H. Roger, in the year 1981. This microscope is used to analyze fine details of the cell and their organelles called ultrastructure. In this electron microscope, it uses beam of accelerated electrons as a source of illumination. So instead of light rays, we are using the beam of accelerated electrons in this microscope. So the resolving power is 1 lakh times than that of light microscope. That means field, dark field or bright field microscope which are showing some kind of magnification, when compared to electron microscope, the electron microscope which are showing the magnification size is more than that of 1 lakh times of bright field microscope. So the specimen which is placed under the electron microscope is dehydrated and also impregnated, that is placed with electron opaque chemicals like gold or palladium. So after the application of chemicals, gold or palladium only, we have to place the object or a specimen under the electron microscope. Then only the beam of electrons withstand the beam of electrons are withstand. So this microscope is withstanding depending upon the electrons and also contrast of the image. It is divided into two types: transmission electron microscope, that is TEM, scanning electron microscope, that is SEM. First one, transmission electron microscope. It is most commonly used electron microscope. So this is the diagram which are showing the transmission electron microscope. This electron microscope which are producing two-dimensional image. The components of transmission electron microscopes are electron generating system, electron condenser, specimen objective, tube lens and the projector. This is the object which is placed under the electron microscope, that is transmission electron microscope, which are showing the object in a large size magnification. This is another diagram which are showing the SEM, scanning electron microscope. So advantage of transmission electron microscope, they are scanning the image also. That microscope is said to be scanning electron microscope. Dear students, before going to SEM, we are going to see the structure of a TEM, that is transmission electron microscope. A beam of electron passes through the specimen to form an image on fluorescent screen. That means in the transmission electron microscope, they are having the transmission screen. In that screen, which is made up of fluorescent color, the images falls on the fluorescent screen. The magnification is 1 to 3 lakh times and resolving power is 2 to 10 Armstrong. It is used for studying detailed structure of viruses, mycoplasma and cellular organelles. Dear students, by using the transmission electron microscope, we can able to see the detailed structure of viruses, because viruses are smallest microorganism, mycoplasma and also cellular organelles. Because the magnification of the transmission electron microscope is 1 to 3 lakh times and the resolving power is 2 to 10 Armstrong. Next, we are going to see comparison of microscope. Future light microscope, dark field microscope, phase contrast microscope, transmission electron microscope and scanning electron microscope. So out of this 5, we have seen only the 3 microscope. One is light microscope, transmission and scanning electron microscope. So this three only we are going to see in the comparison. Source of illumination for image formation. First one is the visible light. Last two are electrons or electrons, beam of electrons only used, isn't it? Then the types of cell visualized. First one, the individual cells can be visualized even living ones. So living things only we can able to see under the light microscope. Then the thin section of a specimens are obtained. That means we are unable to place the entire object under the microscope. We have to take a minute section or a thin section by using a blade or a knife. Then we have to place the object in the electron microscope and pass through the beam of electrons through the sections to form the image in a high magnitude and high resolution power. In the scanning electron microscope, the specimens are first coated with gold or and the electrons are reflected back and give details of surface topography of the specimen in the screen. So that is said to be scanning electron microscope. Image, the light microscope, two-dimensional view. In the transmission electron microscope, two-dimensional, but in the scanning electron microscope, it is the three-dimensional view. Then the nature of the lenses, first one glass lens. Then the transmission electron microscope, one electrostatic lens with a few electromagnetic lenses. So two lenses are using. One is the electrostatic, another is the electromagnetic lens. The last one electrostatic lens with a few electromagnetic lenses. Then medium, first one is the air and oil. Last two are vacuum and vacuum. Specimen mounting. First one glass slide, we are mounting the specimen. Last two mounted on coated. That means we have to coating something over the specimen or uncoated copper grids. Last one mounted on aluminium stubs or coils and are coated in gold. Focusing and magnification adjustment. First one changing the objects. Last two electrical, we are using deflection coil. Last one is also electrical using deflection coils. The means for obtaining specimen contrast. First one light diffraction. Last two are electron scattering. Microscope picture. See the first one and the last two one. They are showing the variation. First one they are look like in the form of dot lines under the light microscope. The transmission electron microscope, they are somewhat magnification. That means 1 to 3 lakhs magnification, larger size. And also the last diagram, it's showing the very clear picture about the objects. So that is the difference between light and TEM, that is transmission electron microscope, and SEM, scanning electron microscope. Next one, scanning electron microscope. So with the help of this microscope, we can able to see the image in a three-dimensional view with a lower resolving power than the TEM. So first one is showing the high resolving power, but here they are showing the lower resolving power. Here also, we are using beams of electrons are focused by means of lenses in a very fine point. The interaction of the electrons with the specimens result in the release of different forms of radiation such as Auger electrons, secondary electrons, backscattered electrons. These electrons are showing in a different forms from the surface to the specimen. At the time, these radiations are captured by the appropriate detector, amplified, and then imaged on the fluorescent screen. The magnification is 2 lakhs times and the resolving power is 5 to 20 nanometer. So that's why scanning electron microscope is the advanced 1 to see the object which is placed under the microscope. So the magnification is somewhat, there is 1 lakh times higher than the transmission electron microscope. So this scanning electron microscope only, which is used in the laboratory to see the object in a high magnification with a high resolution power. So dear students, these are all the different types of electrons and their variations we have seen in this video. After this, I conclude my video. Remaining, we will see in the next video class. God bless you. All the best, children.